So, what would you do if you were a teenage girl and you had a twin brother and a younger brother and an older brother and a single father and no mother? She's out of the picture. Would you be able to survive a life with boys? Because I don't know if I would, honestly. Life with Boys is a Canadian TV show that ran on YTV from September 2011 to August 2013. It follows the life of a 14-year-old girl named Tess Foster, who basically is in the same situation I described earlier. It's just her and her dad and her brothers, and it's a lot of chaos, as you can imagine. But luckily, Tess has her best friend Allie to help her survive Life with Boys. Now, I mentioned that this is a Canadian show and I live in the United States, so you're probably wondering, how did I hear about this show? Well, basically, it was on Netflix back in the day, but also, I was watching a lot of Teen Nick at the time because Teen Nick would do reruns of all kinds of shows like iCarly, Victorious, Drake and Josh, Big Time Rush, Zoe 101, that kind of stuff. I mean, I suppose they still do that now, but I'm not sure since I don't watch cable anymore. Anyways, for some reason, on February 6, 2013, Teen Nick started showing this weird Canadian show on their channel, and I loved it. Ugh, Life with Boys is such a hidden gem of a show. I feel like it's truly underrated. I genuinely love the show. First of all, starting with the main character, Tess, I loved how she was a very confident person. She didn't really care about what other people thought about her for the most part. She was kind of a tomboy. She joined the wrestling team. She wasn't afraid to get down and dirty with the boys, and I guess that kind of helped her survive living in a household with 3 brothers and a single dad. Because honestly, that's the only way to survive life with that many boys in the household. Now, Tess's best friend Allie is played by Madison Pettis, who we love here on this channel because she's been in a lot of different projects that we love, like The Game Plan with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson back in 2007, Cory in the House, Mostly Ghostly, and she also had a recurring role on Disney XD's Lab Rats. Okay, now Allie as a character is a very girly girl. She loves fashion, makeup, gossip, all that jazz. There was even an episode where she had 8 wardrobe changes in one school day. It was a lot. Now, moving on to the boys, starting with Tess's older brother, Gabe. He's popular, smooth, attractive. All the girls love him. He's in shape, has good hair. He loves his hair. And he's just your typical popular high school pretty boy. He's not that intelligent also. Now, moving on to Tess's twin brother, Sam. Now, Sam is probably the smartest person in the family. He's a super genius. He's also super neat and super clean. And he also has a huge crush on Allie, Tess's best friend, which I thought was kind of weird for 2 reasons because, one, were any of you guys in a situation where you have a sibling that has a crush on your best friend? That never happened to me, but I imagine it would be a very awkward dynamic for you if you were the friend, or if you were the person with the friend, or if you were the person who had a crush on the friend. I also thought it was kind of awkward that they made Sam have a crush on Allie on another level because the actor who played Sam in real life is gay, and his character had a crush on Allie, so he kind of had to pretend to be interested in girls, and it was interesting, but I guess that's why they call it acting. Moving on to Tess's younger brother, Spencer. Spencer is a pretty typical 10-year-old boy. He likes video games, and he likes messing around with his older brothers, and he's very mischievous and, again, just your typical 10-year-old boy. I don't have much to say about his character. But the actor who plays Spencer, a few years after this show, he got his own show called Max and Shred, and I remember watching that on Nickelodeon, but that show was canceled. Now we're going to move on to Tess's father, Jack Foster. Now, Mr. Foster is a single father, got 4 kids and a dog, and he is the gym teacher at their kids' school. But not all of the kids, just the 3 older ones. Spencer is free of the embarrassment, I guess. Speaking of which, how can a single father of 4 support his entire family and live in that house on a gym teacher's salary? Because, I know teachers in general always say that they have such a low salary, which I believe is true. But I like to think that a gym teacher's salary might be even lower than that. And for the Fosters to afford to live in that beautiful house that they live in, either A, Jack had a different job that paid a lot more money before becoming a gym teacher, or B, Mrs. Foster, before she was out of the picture, was really rich, maybe had a high paying job, saved up a lot of money, or something like that. Or C, maybe big houses in Canada are just really cheap. I don't know. I haven't been there ever. I want to go someday, but maybe that's just how it is in Canada. Or D, maybe this is just a TV show that I shouldn't look too much into. Probably that last one. Yeah. Now, being a teenage girl living with that many boys can be very difficult, I imagine. But luckily, Tess had the support of her best friend Allie, but also her grandmother whenever she needed it. Big female energy. Overall, I really love this show, and it is truly one of the hidden gems from my childhood that I can't believe was canceled after just 2 seasons. I really would have loved to have seen it go on for a longer time. I also can't believe I haven't talked about this show sooner. Like, I've been meaning to, but I keep forgetting. I didn't forget this time, though, so yay.